Good morning. Today is November the 5th, 2025. And I just wanted to share what the enemy is doing next. Now, some people might see this as a totally normal thing, but I don't. I think that I would have noticed it had my computer keyboard, my laptop keyboard was uh, going bad. Um, but all of a sudden, and my computer's been really hot lately. It's gotten really hot, and I suspected that I might have a hacker, and on my device, as most TIs do. Well, my keyboard has come to the point where I can only type certain letters. So all the keys seem to be working fine, like they're not sticking or doing anything odd, except for when I type, the R is missing. When I typed "this is hard" in the description for the show, this is hard keyboard issues or keyboarding issues. When I wrote the word issues, nothing came out but the S's. Okay. So this is what, I looked this up last night to try to figure out what could potentially be happening. But I do believe that this is a gang stalking attack, like a cyberbullying attack that is related to my gang stalking. So I was trying to pull this up last night to see if I could figure out what's going on. But what I noticed seems to be happening is it was all relative to, and I use my computer every day for multiple functions, multiple things, different types of work. And so I rely on it as a source. And right now, I'm not able to do that. Typing is pretty difficult, but it was when I had gotten into the negative side of things by reviewing too many TI videos. So my goal was to look at other TI videos or just compliment anybody's video out there, give them a thumbs up or a positive, just to do things that are positive, because the world of gang stalking can be very negative. And I found myself in that slump. So I had decided, well, I think one of the ways that you're going to get yourself out of this is to try to be positive and help promote other people and help give them a pat on the back for their good work. And so when I started doing that, I started noticing that I was getting glitching in my screens, and my computer was kind of changing. Like my computer screen would go big, it would go small. It was kind of controlling itself. So I don't know, but I assume that it's being attacked, and that's the reason why I can't do the typing, which is really frustrating, because this is what these people do. It's like you are down in the dumps because you're putting out more than one fire at once, and then they just add more fuel to the fire. So this is what it is. And just wanted to mention that I thought that was an interesting combination of, sometimes you just got to look at when the stuff happens, how it happens. I thought maybe somebody had stuck some SIM card, did something to my laptop, because I've come home a couple times from work and seen that things were open that I didn't open. So I don't know what's going on there. But I'm just assuming that they're doing the break-ins again and blah, 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 blah. So it's just a new round, different day, different stage. But just wanted to mention that if you see me comment on something and it's misspelled, or I can barely punch out the word. I mean, it does take me quite a little bit of time just to even prepare today's little shindig. But writing a paper or let's see, doing some, I just assumed automatically that I'm being hacked, that my keyboard is hacked. So, if you have any information that you'd like to share, anything at all that would be helpful, I'm probably going to have to take my computer apart and try to figure out what's going on. But yeah, because, oh, the other thing that they did in the past, so like the chat on the side of my computer screen, right now my computer screen is pretty much blank. It just shows that I've gone live, and on the column on the right says top chat, top fans, da da da. Well, on that side, what they had done before was they had like bled out the screen so that I have some dark marks on the side of the computer, so that when the chat comes through, there are certain parts of the chat, depending on where it falls onto the computer screen, where that's kind of blanked out, where it's hard to read, it's hard to see what's in the chat. So I'm not sure, but I assume that was somebody damaging my computer before. Yeah, so here we are. Here we are at a new day, starting off with gang stalker crimes. This is probably what it is. I've never had more damage to things. I had thought about taking you through my basement and showing you the flooring and how they had broke in one day and had just basically ripped up all the flooring in the basement. Like they just pulled the little tiles off and just uprooted them, and then they had removed the louver doors and rearranged them so that they didn't match. Yeah. So yeah, every day it's some kind of damage, and I've never had in past years in my life, never had so much damage accumulate all at one time when taking very good care of my things. I think that's really interesting. Yesterday I was baking some cookies. I was trying to do something to, lately the things have been movies, and even that the remote controls are all, all jamming. But I've been trying to watch some movies, and I did bake some Christmas cookies yesterday. And I noticed, of course, everything that I do, there is a glimmer, there is an aspect of gang stalking involved. So if I check my work emails, somebody uses some sort of cyber bullying with that, and puts little mixed messages in the text. Okay. So then that makes me not want to check them for fear that I'm going to be bullied. Okay. So see how this works. So if I don't check for jobs for work, then I can't select jobs. Then when I'm baking, I'm like, oh, I remember when I had that little measuring cup, but that's missing. Oh, I remember when I had that little bowl, but that's missing. I used that to mix icing, or and so every part of your life, whether you go for a walk, whether you use something in your kitchen, whether you go, every part of my life, there is a reminder that I am gang stalked. So lately, I've just been really trying to trying to concentrate on things that I once liked to do. Um, just to try to, we are getting into the holiday season, and it's hard to uh, get through that alone when you're single, when you're isolated, when you're gang stalked to the hills and back. So anyways, that is the end of my show for this morning. I was telling you about how how all this accumulates, and how it is pretty much in your dwelling at all times, and how to kind of work around it so that you're not affected by it all the time. Just try to stay focused on the other things at hand. Just try to find things that bring you enjoyment. Okay, until the next time, have a good day.